Hey guys, welcome to Smalls' Outdoors. I made this video about 4 times now. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, so I got a mystery tackle box. I paid $5 for it because it was the first box. First box, you pay $5. And then I went to Academy before the day of I ordered that box. $20 worth of baits at Academy. Just to make a comparison of the apples to oranges of the market, the fishing market out there. And I feel like you get swooped in. Now, there's one thing that is going for me on the mystery top. Just one. Okay, I take that back. 2 things. Just 2 things. One, I'm always looking for fishing stuff. So if I spend all my money for my week or my allowance or whatever, I know I'm getting baits in no matter what. 2, I don't have to drive to the store for these baits. And I guess you can say there's a third one. And the third one is that I don't have to manually go pick out baits. But at the same time, my cons about this is I don't get the baits I want. I don't get as much baits as I want. And that's it. I mean, like the two against 3 at this point. And I'm just showing y'all the truth of what we get in these boxes. So, first thing, and I'm kind of upset about this because I just went and bought a Carolina rig set or rigging stuff. I just bought the beads and the swivels. That's the only thing I bought because I don't use the tickers or anything else. I just think that's extra hardware that you really don't need. But it's a 2-pack. At Academy, I think it was like a 4-pack. And they're both the same money. So technically, you're paying more for paying for Karl's stash baits, whatever, or amazing baits. Like, no bueno. You know, a 2-pack. I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I can use more of my money to more stuff, of course. But like I said, that's 2-pack. I do like this little kit. I'm not taking anything away from it. It's a good little kit. It has everything I need in there. And I'm going to push that to the side. The other thing I got is these grub worms. It's Z-Tech or Z-Man Finesse TRD. Don't know what TRD means. Drew's Claw, which is the color. It's too small for my kind of fishing, first of all. This is more of Ned style stuff. They want you to Ned rig it. But the elasticity and the durability in it, I can see being very good. But all it is half a Cinco. Technically, this is just half a Cinco. I'll even show y'all a Cinco to make the full comparison. When I tell you half a Cinco, I'm dead on with the half a Cinco. I'm trying to put it into frame where y'all can see it. Right there, I'm going to mark it with my finger here. That's literally, I literally have 2 grubs with the Cinco. All I have to do is, cut them in half and stuff. I mean, really, guys? Come on now. And it comes in an 8-pack. Whenever I can use 4 Cincos. But I don't know about this doesn't feel as durable as what I just picked up. It is durable, yes. And I don't know how the sinking formations or how these cast or anything like that. So it says naturally buoyant, which means it sinks pretty quick. So I'm still not enthused by this box. Oh, I'm just going to set this on the table. Next thing I got was, it's called a Lunker City Ribster. And they're small. They're tiny. It is literally, let's see if I have a grill worm I can compare it to. So on a crappie jig, this is the size. Right there. Full length. About the size of my finger. Okay, so it's about like that. This is just a little bit bigger. It's got a paddle tail to it. It's ribbed, but it doesn't feel as durable as the last baits I picked up. So with that being said, still not enthused. And it's small. This is a finesse style worm. Yes. Do I like the finesse style? Yes. Will I be using this? No. It's too small. My finesse worms that I use, that I can shaky head it, or I can wacky rig, or I can just throw completely weightless, is, you know, my watermelon red finesse or trick worm. And it's the same thing, just in a larger scale in my eyes. So I'm not saying I'm never going to use this. That's not what I'm saying. When I say that about a bait, and I'll say I'm never going to use that. I said that about my rattle traps. And I was like, well, I'm never going to use it. My rattle trap has caught me more fish than I can count. But I hate throwing them. They're just, you can't skip them. You can fish them in certain areas, but through weeds, now don't get me wrong, I caught a lot of bass and weeds off of a rattle trap. But it just collects and collects. It's not worth it. It's not worth every time I cast, I gotta take the weeds off. But it's still my just in case bait. This is good for a rainy day. Nothing else is working. You've tried to punch, you've tried to jig, you tried to throw a crankbait, topwater, frog in it. You're trying to throw a spinnerbait. Nothing's working. So that's when you go to, you know, your last option, something that you'll never throw. And you've known this since you laid your eyes on this bait. You're like, I'm never going to use it. I will be using this, but it'll be in a far video, and I'll probably forget where I got these from. And that's when it's really going to sink in of, wow, I need to start buying more of these baits, if they work like that. But like I said, it's just too small for my style. Okay, I'll put that on the table. Another thing that I got, and I said that is a 12-pack, and it is green pumpkin. Another thing I got is, all it is a baby brush hog with no arms. And it's got a wider, fatter body. That's honestly it. And it's a 5-pack. And once again, I can buy a pack of baby brush hogs that give out more vibrations and stuff. Now, I ain't never thrown this yet. So, I mean, I can't really talk down to it like that. But money-wise, I could have bought a pack of brush hogs, maybe 2 if there's a clearance, and literally have the same thing, and more than this. It doesn't tell the color on Karl's Amazing Baits, Don't know why. That's kind of redundant. It's kind of stupid. Because whenever I have to go order these again, if I am going to order them, and I'm like, well, it's not that color. Well, it's not that color. Well, it's not this color. You know, I want the color on my bag. Doesn't say it nowhere. Like, I've looked and looked and looked. Nowhere. I'm guessing it's watermelon red with red flake. That's the only thing I say. Like I said, it's a 5-pack. I'll be using those. I can say I'll be using those. And my I got a sticker too. But my last bait that I got is this cool little, what do they call it? A Booyah Toad Runner. And it's got, okay, so I'm going to give it to you like this. This is a frog part. It's got a swivel and it's got a paddle to finish off the legs. Now, the reason why they cut the legs short is because of the paddle. So it can look like an actual kicking frog. And it came with an extra paddle. I already put it in my tackle box. You know, I'm not a big frog thrower, but this looks like a good contender that might want to get me into throwing more frogs. Like I said, frogs, I hate frogs. It's not that I don't like them. It's because I never catch crap on them. I've tried walking them. I've tried popping them. And I've tried everything under the sun. I've tried to make them dive. I've tried putting weights on them. Drag them across the bottom. I tried everything with frogs. And so hopefully this can help pick up my frog gang where I can learn to love a frog. So, with all that being said, what is that? Sorry. OCD's going off about my tackle box. So, with all that being said, that's all I got in that mystery tackle box was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baits. That's it. 5. And one of the things I didn't even need, 2 of the things I won't really use, and the other stuff is just, there's not enough in there. So I don't know where they're getting the $25 value at, but I'm kind of disappointed in the box. It seems kind of useless to me about, if I'm spending $17, give me stuff I can use. Don't send me a random box, you know, with this or that, you know. Because honestly, this stuff looks like it's on the clearance rack at Walmart. No joke. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. I'm just saying that it's not my forte. They're guessing of how you fish. And they give you the challenge, catch 2 fish on 2 different bodies of water in the same day. No. You can't just do that. I'm not saying, I can go out there and do it. I can probably do it with my eyes closed. But I'm not learning anything off of it. I'm not learning why they gave me these baits. They're not telling me. I mean, they gave me instructions on how to fish them, and that's about it. I mean, where's that box at? Or that's got my stuff. $20 for 5, or $17 for 5 things. That's a $25 value. The only thing that's worth anything in this is a Booyah Toad Runner, which was $10. That's it. That is it. So, now I'm going to show you what I got from Academy. Remember, I have 5 things from this box. And technically, I spent the same amount of money. Okay. 1, I got these Magnum Lizard Watermelon Red. They're 8 inches long. It comes with 9 in a package instead of 5. Pretty good size that I can actually use on a Carolina kit or a Carolina rig, if you will. I mean, they're pretty good size. That's number 1. 2, I got these crawfish that I can use for my trailering hooks on my jigs and everything else. This is my pork right here. This is a pork. And this is my pig for my trailers. They call it a jig and pig. And so that's where I'm getting that reference from. These, I thought these were Neato Frito. They're on clearance too. And they're slicker than it's not on a glass doorknob. But what color did they tell me? It looks like a June bug, purplish color. A great fall time looking color. And everything that was in the mystery tackle box was actually pretty close to what you want in the fall. So, there's number 2. Number 3. I got, this is $5 now for my Reaction Innovations. And it's my creature bait. And it is California 420. Y'all can tell, pretty much a beaver tail. Like it, love it. A friend turned me onto these, is why I really picked up a pack. 3. I picked up some more of my favorite old Monster June bug. Love these baits. These are awesome. I got the smaller version as well if, you know, things a little tight. But as I'm not even like, this is like no slack. These are, it doesn't even tell you a size. There's 9 in a package in this one as well. I ain't even done yet. That's number 4 in the hole, right there. Spinner bait. You got a good looking spinner bait. Better quality than a Walmart spinner bait. You know, it's got a willow leaf and a Colorado blade on it. You know, nothing too exciting. That's about it. Got a chatterbait. I kind of got too big of a chatterbait in my eyes. It's just going to it's going to rattle my arm off trying to vibrate it in. But, good looking chatterbait. Not even done yet. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still not done. Hold my Tide Pod, kids. I'm going in. Because I also got some jig heads for my wacky worming that I just lost on the carpet. And there was how many in there? There's 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, there was 10 of them because I got my rods rigged up for all these. Use these for wacky rigging. Still not done. How much did I say? I said there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a pack of Swivels. I told y'all I picked up some stuff for my Carolina rigging. I can pick up a swivel. There it is. I thought I put one on the table. I got these Swivels. I think it was like a 15 pack or something like that. Got these Swivels. I'm still not done. I got these beads for a Carolina rig. I got a whole lot. I'm not counting them all. I said 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 full packages. Full. Completely full of baits that I will use for my style of fishing, of what I want. That, yeah, I had to take time out of my day and I had to go pick out some baits and, you know, but that's part of the experience. As you're walking down the aisle, you're looking, you're like, I wonder what they're catching on today. And then you start, you know, wrestling around to get your stuff together. And so, with all this being said, You can make the judgment whether you want it or not. You can make the judgment that if you're not fishing, you're still getting baits in. As well as you're getting baits from a store of what you want for the same money, but you get more of what you want for your money. And I'm not just saying Academy. I went to Academy because Academy is more expensive than Walmart. And Walmart doesn't have everything that I want, like my innovation reactions. And so I just decided to make a good old comparison. $20 versus $20. My $20 is going to go a whole lot farther than this $20 for sure. And for people that's going to buy the $75 worth of baits, that they're going to fish a whole summer, get tired of fishing, but they're still getting these boxes in because they forgot to, cancel the subscription. Like, come on now. That's not fishing to me. When you get lures mailed to your house, that's not fishing. That is like half the battle gone. I love the idea, and I love the idea of the mystery tackle box, and they do give you a lot of useful information, and they do give you good baits to use, but how are they going to justify how do they know that that's what I want? It's night and day, and it's just order pickers and everything. Alright guys, alright, well, the first is rolling around. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy, or we're going to throw in here, not the crap that we don't use, of course, but the stuff that's going on clearance, or, we'll give them the cheaper baits so we can make the profits. Like, there's a lot of variables that come involved into buying, fly-by-night stuff like this. I ordered this 3 or 4 days ago, and it's already showed up, but it doesn't have anything in here that I really cannot live without. I mean, the only thing I can really tell you is the Carolina kit set would have been perfect if I didn't go to Academy and pick it up, but I didn't know what was coming in the box, first of all. So all these baits that I've gotten in this mystery tackle box, most of them, not all of them, I'm not going to use. 2 out of the 5, 3 out of the 5 technically, is what I'm going to use. And so I'm going to end up putting those baits in here. Can't leave them out. I'm going to end up putting them baits in here. And it had a challenge. I told y'all about the challenge. And it just seems kind of ridiculous to me. Will I ever buy another mystery tackle box? Maybe. Will I always go to Academy and make sure I get what I want? Always. There's never anything wrong with second guessing a professional. Nothing wrong with it. Because even professionals make mistakes too. I've showed y'all my videos. Showed y'all my videos from start to end. I've showed y'all whenever I had bare minimum and I'm still catching fish, to I have I think this is a gallon bag, a Ziploc bag full of worms. Y'all were around whenever I only had this really, and probably one more tray. Which I'm going to go ahead and put that other stuff in. Put this Carolina kit set in here. But I'm going to, how I do this, how I rig my tackle boxes up is, of course, you put the things that correlate to each other in a box. But I'm carrying around a backpack with 4 trays, technically 3.5. I'm carrying all that around, and so all my baits swap a lot, so I'm pretty much giving up on that. But I have everything I need. I can go catfishing if I want. I got some drop shots. The tickers are kind of heavy. Okay. This brass is heavy as crap too. I got the same Swivels, just a tad bit smaller, but they'll hold up. But I went from being completely empty to I'm almost full with the stuff that I fish with. I'm not just going out and buying some random crazy off the wall baits. No, I'm buying stuff that I will use. Only ones that you won't hardly see me pick up in videos. Which I want to do a video of my old school fishing lure techniques. I got a bunch of these old ones in here. And I'm not going through all them right now. Like, no. So I got all this. Maybe y'all can make y'all's mind up. It's whatever. And so, from here on out, I'm not gonna be getting a mystery tackle box subscription. I did not like what I saw. You know, maybe y'all might have seen something different, or maybe y'all got something different. I guess that's what they call it, mystery tackle box, of course. But I honestly keep going to Academy. I mean, you're paying or your parents, or if you're old enough, they're paying the taxes for that property. Like, get out of here with all this. Oh, and also, my last video, I lost my pliers. I bought a pair of pliers still, and still kept it under 20. Not to sound ridiculous, but it sounds like a money scheme thing with old Karl. So now y'all know, this is just a list of what I got in the box. Now y'all know that what you're getting is not what you always want. Now they might see colors differently because of the season, but I don't know where Karl lives, or where his place is at. But it just seems like I overpaid for these baits in general, Like, I don't know how much them cost in his state, but man, we live in 2 different states, because my $20 does not equal your $20. So I'm gonna let y'all take it, run with it. If y'all have any questions, concerns, or comments, message me, of course. Thank y'all, and just remember, 5 more casts.